Welcome to episode number 31, the show where we bring Android apps to you. And then you could tell us if you hate them, if you like them, you think we're dumb, you think we're geniuses for finding such awesome apps. It's all up to you. But here, that's what we do here. We all bring some apps to the table. We have 3 guests on the show today, and then we bring some Android news. We go over voicemails and emails, and then we end off. It's pretty simple. It's how we like to keep it. All right, let's start off with the door-to-door geek as I introduce the guest here. The door-to-door geek, Steve McLaughlin. What's up, Door?
Hello.
Hello,
It's
hello.
St. Patty's Day, and I'm completely sober.
Yeah, me too. It's okay.
Yeah. It's still good.
You're wearing green. That's good enough.
Well, I have to. Are you kidding? My 5-year-old screamed at me this morning, "That shirt isn't quite green enough, Dad."
That's great.
I said, that's the greenest one I got, man. We got to work with it.
You're teaching him well.
Yeah.
I love how we're getting one frame every 10 seconds on you, though, by the way. Tim Kelly
he
from
has
Tim's
bandwidth issues.
Yeah, Tim Kelly from Tim'sComputerFix.com. What's up, Tim?
Hello, Steve. Hello, everybody. It's St. Patrick's Day, and I don't know if anybody doesn't know, but Savannah hosts the largest St. Patrick's Day parade and party in the world.
No.
Yes, they do.
Woot.
It is big time here. Big time.
And
Huge party.
did you go?
I'm sitting here in my shop. Does it look like it?
Well, how long does your party last, man? I mean, I thought St. Patty's Day, people party all day.
No. The party lasts. It started yesterday, and it lasts until end of day Sunday.
Oh, okay. So you're just taking an hour break from party. Sorry, we'll let you go to your party after the show.
No. I would just say today was the official parade. So yeah.
What, were you working today? Were you working today?
Yeah, I was working today.
Cool.
I mean, I'm Irish, so
And he's
yeah,
Mr.
I had to
Clutch.
kind of contain myself.
Really? Did you contain yourself?
No.
Good
Serious?
Irish boy. Good Irish
Are you like
boy.
hammered right now?
Cheers.
Like a nail.
We might see another side of Timster on the show that we have not yet explored.
No, I'm going to contain myself, guys. I'm not to that point.
Let's see what kind of apps you bring. We'll be the judge of that.
Okay.
And also joining us is Liam Tidwell from liamtech.com. Hey, Liam.
Hey guys, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you other guys? That's what I thought. All right. Let's see here. Liam, start us off this week if you don't mind.
You're kidding me, right? I told you I wasn't ready. I'm still opening links here. Oh, jeez. So me and Dora ran an experiment today.
You want me to come back to you?
If you don't mind.
No problem. Tim,
Yes.
talk to us.
I'll go, man.
If you can, form sentences without slurring all your words.
Dude, I'm okay.
I'm just kidding with you.
Yeah, I want to talk about an app I talked about last week. A little follow up on it called the one I talked about called Mr. Number Call Block. I talked about that last week, and I really love this app. I have to say, I have to bring it back up because what this app does is not only does it blacklist, you can use it to blacklist, callers, block their numbers. It also has this really cool, and it says it's a 7-day free trial, but it's got this caller ID feature, and it's been over 7 days now, and it's still on my phone. But here's what happens. When my phone rings, I get this little pop-up on my main home screen on my phone, along with the normal, phone screen reader that shows the number that's calling. I get this little pop-up, this little Mr. Number pop-up that says, this number is calling from this location, and this caller has or has not called before, and it shows how many times that this caller has called. And I was like, this is insane. So that's pretty cool. So I was like, that's awesome. But then when I hang up with this caller,
Right.
it also does a reverse lookup instantly. Well, as soon as I hang up, it has the reverse lookup information in my face, and it asks me immediately what I want to do. It tells me where this person is calling from. Now, this is what gets me is it's even, I don't know how, and I could be totally wrong on this, but it has done it has looked up people's names, given me people's names of cell phone numbers.
Yeah. Here's the gimmick, Tim.
Uh-huh.
Everybody that gets any Mr. Number app, which there's like 3 of them, I believe, they agree to uploading their address book.
Okay,
so
well then that makes sense.
Because I had the same thing. Every cell phone number that called me, it told me who it was.
Yeah, but that's freaking awesome, dude. I really love that feature of this phone, and so I had to talk about it again. I highly recommend it.
And what is the name of it again? Mr. what?
Let me look at it again because I just closed it
Mr.
up.
Number Call
Mr.
Block.
Number Call Back.
Gotcha.
Actually, call back. Okay, yeah. Yep. Okay. Another app I ran across is called a smart uninstaller. And basically what this does is this gives you a list of all of the apps that's on your phone that can be uninstalled. And it just makes uninstalling just a breeze. You just open it up, bam, you have all of the apps on there that can be uninstalled.
A smart uninstaller.
A smart uninstaller, and it's just quick, easy, simple. You know, instead of having to go to your settings, go to your apps, go to your, application manager and uninstall an app, or go an individual. You just click this big X on your main screen, and it will bring up all your apps, and it will let you uninstall them immediately.
Huh.
Here's a question, Tim, sir. Does it do it for all apps? Like, even like, I'm trying to say like pre-installed apps?
Look here.
I've only found like 2 or 3 that can do that, and I like that ability.
Right. No, you know what? I was kind of hoping that it would, but it doesn't. So I was just kind of playing around with it because with, all the apps that I'm on my phone, I've got limited internal memory. So I got to be kind of crafty with the apps that I keep on my phone. So no, but unfortunately it doesn't install, system applications.
Gotcha.
Stock system applications. Let's see. I'm easily amused, right? So, I love the fact that you can look at Google SkyMap is the greatest app ever when it comes to constellations, looking at the stars. I don't know if you guys have ever used it. Obviously, it's a big app, and I really enjoy it. But I was just kind of goofing off, looking for some applications that would kind of do something what Google SkyMap does, but in a different way. And I ran across this one called DroidSAT, and basically what it does is it's just a real-time satellite tracker. So what you're supposed to be able to do is open this application and use it exactly as you use Google SkyMap, and you're supposed to be able to locate satellites in space, and it's supposed to be able to identify them. Well, I don't know whether I'm using this app wrong, but and I followed the directions and everything. You're supposed to have a GPS location and your internet connection before you start it for the first time.
Right.
Well, see, now I'm showing something different. Before it was something else, but I can only seem to find, and I'm looking for another one here. This way. See, I don't see any freaking satellites, man. I mean, I just don't understand. But
they don't fly over Savannah.
Yeah, right. Okay, I got one right here.
Especially not on St. Patty's Day.
Aim it to the south, toward the equator.
So I found, out of all the satellites in space, I've located one. I don't understand why. So
they're downgrading. The recession hit them too.
No, I think this is I only have 158 people, review this app. So I think it's fairly new. But if anybody has any tips for me, because I like stuff like this, man. I love Google SkyMap. I think it's a really great application. And I even get people like my wife and other members of the family that thinks Google SkyMap is just, it's phony. It's just makes you believe. But you know, even though I sit there and I show them, you know, look, you know, you can see this, and see that star. There it is, right here on your phone. You know, see the moon is right here, right where I point my phone.
They don't believe, really? They don't believe it?
They still don't believe it. It's like, you know, they look at me like I'm crazy, but I'm like, okay.
Damn.
But so you know, if anybody has any feedback or can give any more information on how to properly use this application, I would really much appreciate it.
Yeah, it doesn't. Actually, no. Timster has a lot of downloads. It just doesn't have a lot of ratings. It's got over 10,000 downloads.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's got 158 reviews.
My bad.
But
and they gave it pretty good reviews. Yeah, okay, makes sense.
I know, and I must be doing something wrong.
Right.
But anyway, yeah. So you know, I will continue to try to tweak it and see what I come up with. Maybe report on it next week, because there might be somebody, at least one other person out there that likes this kind of stuff.
You know, one guy said not bad once he turned the sensitivity down to low, and it doesn't work in landscape mode. I don't know.
Neither one. I haven't done. I mean, that's not the case with me. So I don't know.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Tim.
Okay.
Good stuff. Door, what's going on with you? Got your video back, so you're up. You're good to go.
Good. I was a little worried there. I'm not gonna lie.
Oops, there we go.
Okay, got a couple apps here. The first one, before I mention the first one, I honestly wanted to say, for you people that don't use the default browser at all, and you only use Dolphin or Skyfire or whatever browser you're using, once in a while, go back and use the built-in browser. A couple reasons. Number one, there was a story today. It's a lot faster than the iPhone browser. Surprise. Two, there's a cool thing I heard on This Week in Google. When you're browsing, well, when you do a search in Google, to the right of the links, you have a magnifying glass. Click that, and then you get page previews of all the pages. The bad thing about the default browser, I want to say, is once in a while you come across a link. When you go to download it, the browser doesn't know how to handle it. Thus comes in this app called Download Crutch. The bad thing is it's been taken out of the market. I have no idea where to find it except for sites like Mediafire.
But why is it why was it taken out of the market?
I think the people just stopped developing it.
So what?
Because I think they're under like the belief like everybody's using Skyfire and Dolphin. They don't need this anymore. But I have no problem with saying I find a lot of usefulness out of that default browser. Another, for instance, Dolphin browser, and then trying to load a Flash video is like trying to put half of the Great Wall of China on top of my car and still move forward. Flash is a pig of pigs. Yeah. It's horrible. So with the default browser, when I come across a YouTube video, at least, when I click it, it launches the YouTube app and streams in MP4 or whatever it is.
So you're just talking about the default Android browser.
Yeah, I've found a lot of usefulness out of it, even though you get the mobile view of the web kind of thing. For a lot of browsing, especially searching, it is much better.
I like it. I never had a problem with it. I never use Skyfox, at least not on this, maybe on the iPad.
Right, yeah, and just sometimes I came across links and it wouldn't let me download them. It didn't know what to do with the link, kind of thing. The next app, to be honest, I don't know where I got it from. I didn't find it anywhere. Someone else gave it to me. Now, the bad thing about the app is the name is called Camcard Lite Business Card
Oh no.
And it's because the reader part gets cut off. So
LITE
business card yes, Camcard, all one word, LITE. And what this does, I had little faith that it was going to work like it said it was going to work. Take your phone, take the camera, point it at a business card, take a picture, and it intelligently scans the business card, OCRs what's in the business card, and most of the time puts the first name in the right, and then it lets you automate the creation of a contact.
It's freaking awesome.
But it intelligently puts the first name in the first name, the last name in the last name, the home, phone, fax, business name. Most of the time it got it exactly right. There was like 2 times where it didn't. And I think that's
how many cards did you try that on, Dora? Because I've tried similar apps and for free, and I haven't had very much luck with them. So did you try it on several different cards?
Well, I'll say I've done over 20, but here's the gimmick.
Oh,
My
wow.
9 to 5 business, we all get our cards business at the same kind of place, no matter what agency you're at. So all the cards I'm getting, they're similar-esque formatting. Every one of them worked without any question. Bing, got it right every time.
Wow.
I did like 7 in the last 3 weeks of other people's cards, and of that, it got at least 5 right, I'll say. And the one of them it got wrong. It got the first name, last name reversed. And that isn't too bad.
App.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But I really like this. And this harkens back to kind of like I really wanted a friggin' mileage app for my car where I could take a picture of the pump. It would see the price and it would see how much I put in. Take a picture of my odometer and it would read that. So this is the closest I can get it.
Do you use it for that?
No, because I can't. I can't find anything that does that.
Man, well, hey, we should develop it.
Yeah, okay. Do you have a mouse in your pocket? Because I can't develop it. You said you must have a mouse in your pocket because I can't do that kind of stuff, man.
I don't know. I actually want to mess with the Android app developer thinger-dinger. What is that called?
Well, there's a couple of them. There's the one that Google makes that's a web page. That one's almost fun to use.
That's what I'm going to try that. I haven't tried that yet.
But you're slightly clamped down. But if you watch a couple YouTube videos, you can see how the functionality, you basically drag and drop stuff in and how you can do some semi-complicated things.
Huh.
You know, it's fun.
Definitely want to check it out. All right, we won't develop it. What else you got?
The next thing I got is it's actually a game, but this is no game like,
That
like
was great.
You take it easy on Gurk. I've played Gurk so much.
Awesome.
I'm up to like level 22. I beat the game back at like level 16, but now I got 3 people all with distance attacks. The guy with the sword, the knight, even has a magic sword that can throw magic.
Okay, I take it back.
Take it back. This game is no upset pheasant or whatever. This game requires serious dendrite activity. Okay, it's called GeoStruck. What it basically is, you manipulate a 3D environment, and in that 3D environment, you have a very simple task: rebuild something. In the very beginning, they show you a sample what it looks like. You can spin it around, you can see it from all different angles. Then you hit a button and it breaks it up. And
I'm terrible at this game. I know it.
and it's basically sets of cubes, at least as far as I've gotten. Sets of cubes, and the cubes are broken in certain places to make up bigger cubes and bigger designs, and some of the lines are dashed. That's a key part in solving the solution.
Just gives you some kind of reference point.
Yes. And when it breaks them all up, it puts them all on the same level. So what you're putting together might be a cube base shape of 5 by 5 by 5.
Right.
But when you break it up, everything goes to the same level. So not only do you have to get everything on the right then level, like the correct y-axis, but then you have to worry about the x and the z, and you have to get them lined up too. Each puzzle does take a little bit of time, I will say that. But it is definitely distracting when you really want to get some nicotine.
Dude.
It works very well. That's all I'm going to say.
So GeoStruct and the patch, you think it's a good combination?
It's a very good combination.
And the gum.
I got to have the gum. But yeah, honestly, the game was just genuinely fun, but very quickly fun. Oh my God, it's hard. You know, where
Yeah.
I got to a puzzle where it literally took me a half an hour of going around.
Of important working hours.
I didn't
No
say
time
that.
limit, right?
No time limit. No time
Okay,
limit.
great.
I know. If it had time limit, I'd be dead. And this app, I just want to give it honorable mention, and I cannot. I'm almost ashamed I have not mentioned it before officially on the show.
Okay.
And that is the Zima launcher.
Zeme?
ZEAM. This is a home screen replacement that I've never seen come as default on any mod I've ever looked at. And I cannot understand why, because it has every feature I've ever seen on every other home screen.
Wow. In the bottom bar.
Well, the bottom bar is scroll a frigging bull, okay?
Wow.
Okay, I don't know
Left and
how
right.
well you can see that. Yeah, the bottom bar is actually scrollable.
Whoa.
Okay, and you can put extra stuff down there. I've only seen one other do that, but it's not the default bar. It's there's a bar, then you got to swipe the bar up, and then there's a hidden bar behind the bar. and
Forget
that
hidden
bar-
bars and swiping.
Right. I hate that. This is just scrollable. There's just stuff right there. You know.
I've had another one that was scrollable. It wasn't Zima. The only two I recall using is ADW and what's the other real popular one? But the other one, yeah.
Yeah, the other one. That other one. But this also has the ability when you can drag and drop links or apps from your drawer, you can drag and drop to uninstall to the trash can. You just take it to the trash can, hold it, drop to uninstall, pops up. You can drag stuff from one screen to another screen as well, which a lot of them can't do. You can resize widget icons. You can make custom home swipes. You can do the double tap and zoom out. There's nothing I know of that you can't do on Zima, and it seems quicker than any other fully functional home screen.
It zooms quicker?
It seems a lot quicker.
Wow.
That was bad.
And I just can't believe I haven't mentioned it before, because every time someone tells me I'm running this and it seems like it's slow to react sometimes, what do you suggest? Install Zima.
Really?
Yeah, that's my first suggestion. And I've never had anyone come back and say, that sucks, you're an idiot. I've only had people come back saying they liked it. No one came back and proclaimed it being the best thing ever.
Right.
But the ones that came back said, this is pretty cool. Thanks for the recommendation. So
That sounds awesome. I'm going to install it too. If it will work with my mod, will work
it
with
will
Sam?
work with any Android anything. And here's one of the little dirty secret gimmicks.
You got both of them in there. Dirty
I-
secrets and gimmicks.
I did. I'm good, man. Come on, give me credit. I was just watching some wrestling, so you'll have that. Honeycomb is nothing more than a replacement desktop. There's no doubt in my mind there are people out there working on in appearance-wise, Honeycomb. Of course, underneath, not Honeycomb. But there's no doubt in my mind there are people out there working on very Honeycomb-esque home screen replacements. There are home screen replacements that do all kinds of goofy, crazy stuff.
Really?
So there's no reason why they can't.
I've not seen anything yet about Honeycomb that's incredibly impressive. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I
Those things.
agree. I'm really not antsy for it at all.
Me neither. Somebody,
I mean-
you got to show me something on that thing that blows me away, and I haven't seen
Yeah.
anything close yet.
And the 3D YouTube wall ain't cutting it.
No,
That's not that fancy.
it's just not good on the with UI.
Right. Show me good games. Show me quality, quick, sharp games, and have it easy so people can make dynamic, functional apps. That's all I want.
And I would like to see something like allow me to work faster, launch stuff faster, cool, different innovative ways to launch apps and have things organized on your home screen. That would
Right.
be cool.
Yeah.
Well, they are saying that the Zoom overclocks 50% pretty easily.
Really?
Yeah.
I
I
think it'll
believe it.
be a beast.
Right. And something totally different I like is my smart taskbar, which I know I mentioned before, but I can be in any app and I got a little divot
Yeah.
on the screen to where I just click it and I got like a secondary home screen.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I remember you
Yeah.
talking about that. You still use that, huh?
Oh, I use it all the time. Here's the reason I like it. I can be full screen in a video and hit it. and then I can at least see other stuff on my like notification bar and stuff without interrupting the video. So I don't have to stop, go back, play it, wait for it to buffer, speed it to where it was, and then keep going.
Right.
I
Neato.
need to chew gum now, Steve.
Cool, man. All right, over to Liam.
So, first one I'll start with is a great app to avoid, perhaps, for a while anyways, Tango. Basically, it's video conferencing for your Android, iPhone, iPod. I no idea how it works on the iWhat's, but me and Dor did some testing, probably 40 minutes worth today, over Wi-Fi, over 3G, and it kind of fell short. I'm not gonna lie.
You didn't take pictures of beautiful turtles like they have in the screenshots?
Just ugly turtles, yeah.
Okay.
So,
what was wrong with it?
For whatever reason, I mean, it's really crashy to start with. Dor can attest to that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it'll ring, nothing happens. You hear it ringing, the screen never pops up. Buttons aren't responsive. When the video did work, it worked surprisingly well. I had two-way video when the first time we tried it, and that was on 3G. We had issues getting two-way video to work properly.
Really?
It'll be something to watch.
It's like a
So when
Skype
they
killer.
get it
Skype
working-
killer.
No, the audio is not very great either.
You know what Android app have we found that does do that well? I mean, this is all free stuff, right? Are there paid ones that work well? Because we haven't really came across one that really does that really well.
Skype.
Well, I mean, besides Skype.
Right.
For video.
Skype doesn't do video.
Okay.
I do
Yeah,
not know.
That's true.
And to be honest, I'll throw this out there. I do have over 200 apps on my phone. Because on the dual video, it was working much better on his than mine. So it honestly might have something to do with the fact that I have a metric ton of stuff on my phone. So anybody out there that wants to give it a shot and tell us how their reaction is with it, when it worked, I was kind of happy. The audio was a little laggy, but it worked well. The video at times looked really good. I was really impressed. I really expected pixelated jaggies and everything else. But when the video did work, I was pretty impressed. And like Liam, same thing. On 3G, it worked surprisingly well. And then on Wi-Fi, when I finally turned my torrent thing off, it didn't work to me that much better. I mean, it should have worked much, 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 much better, and it only worked much, much better. You know what I mean?
Definitely don't have the echo reduction
Right.
taken care of
really?
at all.
How long has it been
it's
out?
Horrible. No idea.
Yeah.
I just found it yesterday, today,
Okay.
last night. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty new.
Yeah, these are good to watch because Skype,
Yeah.
even though Skype doesn't do video, they got the audio really handled well, and they're gonna start to want more money as people use them more. So more alternatives that come up to that, I'm all for that.
Yeah, I can tell you this has 500,000 installs. Tango video calls, all 3 different words.
Damn, we gotta
So
make
it's
an app
been-
for that too.
So it has
they,
been out a long time.
On their homepage, looks like they just got 8.7 million. So I have a feeling they're going to continue to be around, and it's only going to get better.
Damn,
Yeah.
unbelievable
And
these numbers.
The only other one that has name recognition to me that looks like it might be able to do the same thing is Uvu Beta. Oh my goodness. Uvu Video Chat Beta.
At least they've had a PC app for a while. I don't know if Tango's been on the PC at all. No.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I mean,
looks
it's like, oh, look, video conference.
that is something
conferencing app.
I've
You load
been
it
wanting to
up,
try. However,
Which one?
Uninstall.
Uvu?
no. I haven't done it yet. I've just been too busy. I want to put the Android emulator on my computer, and then some of these apps that we seem to have problems with, like that, give it a try on the computer, just so you know it's not a hardware or a network problem, that it's actually just bad coding.
Gotcha.
Well, 2 quickies. The emulators, Jerry Jones is like the only true developer I've heard actually talk about it. And he said on the emulators on your computer, certain things are much, much, much slower than on physical devices, but then other things were much, 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 much faster. He didn't get into extreme details, but he was like,
It's not a dependable way to check things.
it depends on what you were testing, he said, very clearly, because some things you would test on the emulator and it would done, 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 done. And then when you put it on any device, it was slow doing certain tasks, I think. And Tango video calls has been out since October 19th, 2010. And it's had about 10 updates. Last update 7 days ago. So they're at least moving forward, I'll say.
It's still killer numbers for coming out at that date. Millions?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Over 250 downloads. 250,000.
Okay. Well, what did Liam say about the millions? What's the millions?
No, 8.7 million in funding.
Oh, and funding. Oh, that's
So it
nice
looks like
too.
they got a pretty good injection of some capital there.
That's nice too. All right. What else you got, Liam?
Here is an app that I wish I had had a long time ago. It is called AppDragon App Lister. Let me put the link there in the chat. And basically, it does exactly what it says. It just gives you an alphabetical list of everything that's installed on your phone. Back before I settled on a ROM, I did a lot of installing and reinstalling, and I would forget what apps I had on there, and all of a sudden I go to get something or do something, and there's an icon missing that I used before.
Okay. You there?
And that's where this would have come in just real handy.
I see. AppDragon App Lister. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, pretty basic.
It's pretty cool, though. I like the simple ones. Neat.
And then another one here, not so much an app really, just kind of something that you can do. Let me get that link in the chat for you. Basically, it lets you sync your locations, your favorite locations, between your phone and your browser via your Gmail account.
Like bookmarks?
They're like bookmarks, but it's bookmarks for locations. There's a link. So Google Places, when you click on it for more info, in your phone, top right-hand side, you've got a star to like it. And so that gives you a quick reference that you can navigate to or whatever you want to use it for. And then it'll let you, as long as you're signed in with your Google account, it will sync to your Gmail or your Google account via the web.
It will sync to allow you to do what? Just have it
so
on
you
file?
can have them on your actual Google Maps. So you'd bring up maps. Let me bring that up here.
Stupid ads on this page.
So
I hate ads.
this isn't like an extra app. This is a built-in feature?
It's a built-in feature. That's kind of something I've been looking at, is kind of discovering more of the built-in features. And so you would go to Google Maps, maps.google.com, as long as you're signed in, and then you have Get Directions, and then My Maps. You'd click on the My Maps, and then down below you have Start Items. Just kind of quick links.
Cool.
For me, I don't know why I find that appealing, but I do. So I've added a whole bunch of different stars all over my map, and they just push right out.
Any addition to maps, man, Google Maps is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Good stuff.
You know, this page sucks though. This what is it, laptop
doesn't
mag? Look at this. Look at this. I'm trying to read the article.
Every time. Those damn ads.
And they won't go away. I can't X them out. You got to take them and throw them to the side of the page. A piece of
you're
crap.
going to X out? That's crazy.
Look, I'm throwing them. Get out of here.
No way. You just click the X.
Mine doesn't. Hey, it's not. Mine's not clicking.
It's a great app.
Terrible site. Laptopmag.com should be ashamed of themselves.
That's funny stuff.
Yeah, it's
and
good app though.
Kind of on that note, here's just another. I found some stuff that I kind of liked on here, and so I'm gonna just list that as well. It's just
Laptopmag.com.
50 apps.
No, there it is. Tech
Useful
Radar.
apps.
Cool. Let's check it out.
And then I've got another hardware review.
Hang on, let me check out this link.
Yeah, I want to check something on.
All right, so it is techradar.com. 50 really useful Android tips and tricks. Let's see what we got here.
50, but it starts. Oh, because he gave us a link to page 20 to page 2.
Typical Liam. So check it out. It's on techradar.com. Title is 50 really useful Android tips and tricks. Do you find anything that you like in here, Liam?
I found some stuff that I explored a little more. Not quite enough to grab my attention. And hey, I'll take a look at that later on. But nothing that quite made it in here, I don't think.
That's cool. Yeah, check it out,
But
guys.
a lot of it was
Looks
just kind of new user stuff. People that are new to it, moving into it.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, cool. Any other apps?
Something spurred in my brain a minute ago while we were talking, but it's gone.
All right, think about that.
So, if anybody else has got anything, we can do that.
Yeah, we'll come
Or
back
I
to you.
can,
We'll come back to you. It seems like the pattern of this show. All right, I'm really busting on them. I have 2 apps. The first one, and you know what? Like I said earlier in the show, my phone rebooted, and it is, and then it came back saying my SD card was damaged, and I should probably format it. And the app that I was going to show you guys is gone now.
No.
So I don't know if this app caused that. I don't know if this app caused that, because this app's gone, and I think it installed another app. So I don't know. It's called it can't be, because it's in the. It's kind of new, but it's in the Android market.
Windows.
It's called Draw 3D Lite, and check it out. Here's what it looks like on the old screen here. It basically allows you to draw almost Etch-a-Sketch style with three dials. That's how you do the drawing, with 3 dials. So if people say, I can't figure out how to draw, it's because you have to use those dials like an Etch-a-Sketch. You spin the dials around and you draw lines. And in typical Etch-a-Sketch fashion, I think you can't.
You want to kill yourself.
You want to kill yourself, because to go back to draw another line, you have to go back to where you started and push the slider to another position. But you draw in 3 dimensions. That's why there's 3 knobs. And the cool thing is, if you have like cheesy 3D glasses, you could 3D your drawing.
That's great.
And you could look at it, and you could rotate it around in 3 dimensions with that little, red, blue, red icon on the side. You spin that around, it swoops your drawing all around in 3 dimensions, and your drawing's in literally 3D. So,
oh my goodness,
I'm not a big fan of 3D, but I kind of like 3D stuff that I create. You know what I mean? I don't like gimmicks of like watching Avatar in 3D or Avatar's probably not the best example, because that was pretty damn good. But other cheesy 3D and the 3D was pretty amazing in it. But the other 3D things. But when I'm creating the 3D, I think that's cool to throw on some glasses and see what I did. So
yeah, it's a shame they didn't carry that 3D technology over to Doors game that he was showing earlier.
Which one?
The other way, it looked just that with the squares and the blocks.
Oh yeah, that's what this looks. Yeah, no, it looks almost exactly like. That's what I was thinking of when Dor was talking about that game. But this is pretty cool. It's gone now off my phone, but it worked an hour ago. The second one, I have to put a disclaimer in. I didn't try this app yet. I just found it, but it looks cool, and it's called Automate It. We didn't go over this one, did we?
No, but I did send it to Lilo, because as soon as I saw it, I thought, that's Lilo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's what it reminded me of, too. BetterPCTech.com. You should check it out. Automate It is it allows you to basically write scripts for your phone. So if you want to automate something on your phone, like there's SMS triggers, so you can have the phone do something when an SMS is received. There's a battery level trigger. If battery gets to a certain level, you could trigger something. Like you could have your phone just yell out like, your battery's low, you douche, or something like that. Incoming or hang call, trigger that. When you plug your headset in, it could trigger it. So you can basically set up all these triggers and run a script. That is cool. Like I said, I didn't sit down and really do anything yet with it, but it's got good reviews, so I'm assuming it works. Mm-hmm. And it's called Automate It, so that's something else to check out.
I ain't gonna lie, I downloaded it, looked at it, didn't comprehend it within 30 seconds, and said, I'll wait for Lalo to sell a product and I'll buy it, because I just didn't have the time to figure it out.
That's the way I felt. Door's like 30 seconds, he's like, I'm gonna play a game instead of this. But... yeah,
I found enough. I've been playing some really crappily appearing games, but they're fun, but I don't want to mention because they look like crap.
You mean graphics wise?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they're the funnest ones though. Or the most fun. Okay. That is it for my apps. Let's go over any Android news if we have it, and then we'll do some emails and voicemails. Any Android news, or Liam, did you remember what you were thinking of before?
It's gone.
Okay.
I didn't grab it on the way out and write it down, so it's gone. I still got this piece of hardware, but
Well, let me go over my ROM.
yeah, no worries.
Yeah, we'll do your hardware. Let me go over. Do you still need time to prepare, or should I do my ROM?
Oh, you're good.
I ROM'd my phone the other day. I every once in a while, just because I got bored of my ROM, it was cool. I was running a EvoZone, the blue Culkin model version, and that was cool. Ran that for a while, ran great, didn't give me any problems. And then I always come back to Cyanogen because I just freaking love the layout of it and the simplicity of it. It's got a lot of things that I find appealing. And finally, in Cyanogen, if you have an Evo, you can get a WiMAX support, which is 4G, and it also works with HDMI out, which it didn't do before. So I downloaded a version of Cyanogen called Destroyer, just because I loved the name was cool. I wanted to see what it would destroy.
Your phone.
It would. It didn't destroy my phone, but this is the best line, and this kind of caught me too. When you find the Destroyer ROM online, the title the guy puts in his posting is, "Are you ready to wreck your Evo's face?" Like that's are you ready to wreck your Evo's face? And I'm like, yeah.
So it's Charlie Sheen for your phone.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I downloaded Destroyer, and you know what? If I would have reset my phone to factory settings before I installed it, I think it would have worked. But I tried installing like 5 ROMs a couple nights ago, and none of them installed. They kept rebooting on a loop. And see, I thought if I restored my phone to factory, it would wipe out all of my information. But that actually is not true.
Right.
I think my phone just rebooted. And so but Destroyer finally installed, but I was having problems with it because I didn't restore to factory. And so none of apps weren't working, Gmail wasn't working. So I blamed it on Destroyer, uninstalled that, figured out I was an idiot, and then just installed Cyanogen, which is pretty slimmed down. I really like Cyanogen. So I have Cyanogen mod 7.0 RC Candidate 1, I believe, and it just kicks, man. It's just like I'll show you some shots.
What's the default launcher on that now?
ADW.
EW.
But it does give you a choice, but it's just. I mean, if you're on your
home,
home,
using a live wallpaper, Mister. I hate live wallpapers.
I can't take this one off. It's too cool right now. I know
that is a cool one, I gotta say, and that's like a default one.
And I know in the HTC Sense ROMs on your home screen, if you turn in landscape mode, it doesn't flip it off your home screen. But this in Cyanogen, you flip it in your home screen, and it flips into a landscape mode on that.
How can they miss a feature as basic as that? Really?
No, but Liberty doesn't do that. Liberty doesn't do it.
The Droid X doesn't do it.
No.
The default factory OS.
I think
you can change. You can change that to have 5 icons at the bottom, right?
No, but that's what I want to do. After I saw that thing that Zima from Door, that's what I want to do.
Do it with ADW. That's what I have.
I didn't know. I did not know that.
So if you go home settings.
Yeah, I was just testing wireless tether, but hang on a sec. Because wireless tether always crashed for me, and then it looks like it's working now because I brought it back to factory. Okay. I don't have to do it now, dude. We'll do it. Tell me after the show. I'll definitely be into that.
Okay.
I'm glad you mentioned wireless because Wi-Fi Tether has that. I finally remembered. That's why I was doing a funny dance in the chair a minute ago. They've done an update, so now you can do WPA encryption. I
could do that with wireless tether.
I couldn't when I first started using it. Was only WEP.
The Wi-Fi or wireless tether or Barnacle?
Wireless tether.
Really?
Yeah, that guy right there.
Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, that's the one. Maybe I'm wrong. So now they have WPA on it?
Absolutely.
Huh. I could have
sworn. So there's the ADW with the 5 at the bottom.
Nice. So I probably don't even need Zima Door. But Zima has the scrolling feature, but still. That's cool. All right, well, so I'm liking Cyanogen. Just had to throw it out there. And I was ready. But if you're ready to wreck your Evo's face, get Destroyer. All right. Hey, what else we got? Anything else you guys want to go over before we do emails?
I do have a little bit of news. The Amazon App Store is going to launch like any day now, kind of thing. It's basically going to be an alternative Android market. Everybody expects there to be an app you have to go to Amazon to get because it violates the Google market policy. You have to enable third-party apps, go to Amazon.com, download the market, and then you'll be able to browse their market and install apps. Angry Birds Rio is going to be exclusively on the Amazon market for some length of time.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's going to drive traffic to them.
Smart.
The hidden link is broken now, right?
Yeah, it was up like yesterday, and today it didn't work. Second piece of news is Download Squad published this article where basically a Ottawa-based company named Blaze compared 45,000 page views on the iOS browser and the Android browser, and 84% of the time the Android browser won, and it was about 50% faster when it won.
Wow, it kicked its ass.
Very much did.
Which phone did they use?
To be honest, I think it was the Nexus S.
And they were running Gingerbread on it?
They were running Froyo. They were running an older, slower Android OS.
Is Froyo actually slower?
Gingerbread was the one where they took it and it was supposed to increase background processes and multi-threaded processes by 400%.
Now, I mean, to be fair to the iPhone, is it the same processor?
Well, well, here's the thing.
Or same clock speed, at least?
I don't think it's the same clock speed. It was the iPhone 4, so that's the best they got to offer.
Okay.
You know, so it wouldn't shock me if the hardware was not as level as it can be, but you take the best of both worlds, you know?
Yeah.
One more just quick news thing is Hulu is coming to Android officially. It's going to be Hulu Plus. Now it's only going to be on select 2.2 devices. No one has any idea what those select devices are.
Okay.
But,
I'm sick. I don't care. I mean, I'm sure tons of people do, but if it has anything right now to do with like network TV and like freaking the big networks and the shows and the licenses and they're charging this and it's Hulu Plus and it's $10 a month and it's blah, blah, blah. Forget it, man. I find so much other cool stuff on the net that's just free and better. I'm done. I'm almost like done with TV. I haven't watched it in a really long time. Unless somebody really hooks me on some good shows, then for me anyway, I'm just saying my opinion. Hulu just not a factor for me. I don't care anymore.
I am totally with you on that, Steve. Being that I work for the cable company, I get every single channel. I mean, every single channel. Pay channels, everything. Pay-per-views just unlocked. I do more podcasts than anything.
Yeah.
There's a few shows here and there that I'll watch when I don't have something better to watch.
Right.
But
right.
It's a second-class citizen now. I mean, this stuff is tailored to me. That's just, let's sit it out there and get the masses.
Seriously, there's enough stuff out there now that the networks really should be scared. It's going to catch on more and more. And when I run on a podcast, I watch like instructional videos on YouTube on how to run programs that I want, like Blender and stuff like that. I mean, it's just too much good stuff out there. No need for the networks.
Well, I'll just say I'm telling the listeners, subscribers, but also you got to remember, Hulu has Quantum Leap, guys.
That's awesome.
Quantum Leap.
Every episode of Quantum Leap.
See, I knew that's why I was saying it's just me, because I knew there would be some amazing thing like Quantum Leap that I didn't know about. Now I'm hooked.
Well, no, don't get me wrong. 99.99999% of all TV is horrible, useless, fake jibber jabber. 80
Fox News
plus percent all news. Okay, it's all filtered from whatever somebody with money wants us to hear. But Hulu is just as bad. They have so much garbage gook that I can't even click through. But when I stumbled across a link that said, like 2 years ago, that every episode of Quantum Leap was on Hulu, I said, I must get me Hulu.
See, that's the thing. There's always something like that's going to hook people.
Yeah,
Quantum Leap for you,
right?
Or who knows what for everyone else.
Next thing they need is Airwolf or Automan.
Airwolf?
Mm-hmm.
What's Automan?
Oh, I dare you to YouTube it. AUTOMAN.
I'm
So
so
bad.
I think I've seen an episode of that.
They both sound like awesome shows.
Here's the only thing I gotta tell you. Desi Arnaz Jr. I Love Lucy's husband's son. I say no more.
All right.
Mm.
Awesome. All right, let's place. We have 2 voicemails here.
Hey, Steve.
yes,
Can I make a
Tim.
comment here real quick?
Absolutely.
For people who may own electric vehicles, Google Maps has kind of catered to you a little bit. This is a really important app, I think, or not an app, but a feature that's been added to Google Maps because basically charging stations are kind of sparse. But Google Maps has now added tags on their maps for your charging stations.
Ooh.
And to use the feature, you just search for EV charging station plus the appropriate area, and Google will show you where to find your charging station. So everybody that owns a electric vehicle, hats off to you first of all. But second of all, now Google Maps has just made it a little easier for you to travel.
That sounds awesome. Which prompts me to ask, what do you guys think? Are you guys going to get electric cars when, maybe they become a little bit more available and mainstream cheap?
A half electric car.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know.
Have you ever drove one or ridden in one or?
Yes.
Nope.
You have? Have you?
I mean, a Prius. My brother has a Prius.
Is that right? Okay.
I mean, I haven't driven like a full electric.
Yeah. No,
They're
I
not
think
You know what the
bad.
best part about an electric vehicle is?
They're really quiet, so you can run people over really easily.
They can be pretty loud depending on how, whether it's brushless motors, or what have you. But the coolest part about an electric vehicle is the torque.
Oh yeah,
Just the torque
instantaneous.
response. Yeah, there is no spinning up. It's on or off. It's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
a Prius, and you wouldn't think they would go as fast as they do, seeing as it's just a little teeny 4-cylinder in there.
Right.
But you put it down, it gets up and goes
Yeah. They have
like surprisingly well.
Really?
yeah, from like
Have
0
you seen
to
the movie
40.
The Other Guys?
No.
Oh, dude has a Prius in there, and they're getting a high-speed chase. It's a little bit much, but it's not as far-fetched as they make it look.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
What door?
I was telling you, my wife works for a car dealership that sells Nissans. I work 26 miles away from where I live. And so virtually any electric car could fit my bill. You basically got to buy whatever kind of cars they sell, or one day when you come in with someone else's car, they might tell you to keep walking out the other door. They sell a Nissan Leaf. They won't bring a single Nissan Leaf onto their lot unless you buy it.
Really?
So,
What,
I don't
you mean because they're so in demand, you mean?
No, I don't understand. And the owner said if any employee buys a Leaf, they will buy a recharging station. And if 2 people buy them or 3 people buy them and that one is always filled, he'll buy a second.
Okay. It's kind of weird.
I know I would like to give one a shot because 26 miles each way, all I need to get is, 60 miles, I'll say 70 if traffic, and most of them get 100 miles. So I'd be fine.
Did you hear about the guy though who he thought his battery said he had a full charge and it just went down like immediately and he ran out of power.
Oh,
He's like
God.
I think it was like the first reported ran out of gas electric car dude. But,
Well, and I did try to tell my wife I'm all for an electric car. Let's go look at the Teslas.
Well, that's not about the
Yeah,
hybrid.
that's
I mean,
the way
at
to
least
go.
with the hybrid, I mean,
Cheaper.
if you run low on voltage, your engine kind of kicks in, and
Right.
then your voltage charges off of the
right.
engine. So, but
Right.
totally electric cars, though, I think are definitely awesome.
Yeah, I'm for them too.
Well, we upgraded, and I say upgraded because it was newer, from a newer Chevy Blazer EXTLT, just kind of the higher end one they have.
Yeah.
And our Prius has more torque on just the motor than the than our frickin'
Blaze.
5.6 liter V8
Serious?
did.
Damn. I got to try a Prius then.
It has
Yeah.
over 300 foot-pounds of torque.
I'm
I was, what? That can't be right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'll just throw this last thing out there about cars. If I could get any car I wanted to, it's not a $300,000, $400,000 car. I put a link in the Podnutz Lounge to a YouTube video for a Ariel Atom, ARIEL space ATOM, 0 to 80 in less than 3 seconds.
That's just not healthy. Like, you'll black out.
Well, the thing is, there is no windshield. There's literally like a jet engine intake between you and the passenger's head. You can literally see asphalt beneath your feet, and when the guy punches it, his face is like wind tunnel.
That's just amazing. All right, let us know when you buy that. I want to see video on that.
You won't hear from me because all you'll hear is
Poor door. All right, voicemail. Here we go.
Hello, this is John in Miami, and this is for the Android App Addicts folks. I was wondering how much freedom you might have with a Droid when you get it, if you wanted to, for example, get to the OS and fool around with it, maybe check out some apps that don't require internet access, various things like that. How much freedom do you have, or do you have any freedom to work with the device, with the Android OS, with prior to activating the internet provider, the phone service provider? If you have any input in that, it'd be good to know. Yeah.
I can answer that.
Yeah. Answer it.
The answer is yes. So you can do pretty much whatever you want. You don't have to sign into Google. For instance, I've got an old Eris floating around, and everything works. So you just skip the signing in. It's no longer on the network, so everything's over Wi-Fi. I did the same thing with my G1 back when I upgraded the original Droid. It's great for like a Skype handset. I mean, 90% of the stuff still works. You're just not signed into Google, or if it's one where you're not, it's like a spare that you upgraded from and you're no longer on your wireless carrier.
I mean, as long as you can tap into your Wi-Fi to get these apps, certain apps, you know.
Yeah, all the GPS stuff works. There's actually applications for mapping that you can download full maps or cache maps so that when you're out and about, you don't have to download them on the go. Or if you are upgrading from like another phone, you can use your actual phone to tether with so that you do have the data when you need it. I mean, they're super useful.
Well, here's the gimmick. You don't even need to buy an Android device. If you go to source.android.com, and if you have a little chutzpah about you, you can download all the source code to Android and build it yourself and put it on a computer. Or you could buy like a Nokia N810, used Nokia N810 for like $100, and you can put it on that, and you'll get all the GPS, all the Bluetooth, all the you don't even have to buy a device. If you do buy a device, or if you don't buy the device, you have the same amount of freedoms. The gimmick with this is freedom. You can only take advantage of the freedom with education. You cannot, there's a lot of tweaking and stuff you can't do unless you are an educated folk when it comes to the code. And most of the things you want to modify would actually require modifying the source code and rebuilding the operating system, which is not a quick task nor a simple task. It is a task that takes a little bit of time, and then you would have to basically re-image your device with that new OS.
Gotcha.
But just app developing, again, if you go to source.android.com, I believe that might be where you can build apps, maybe? Where that little Google App Builder thingy?
I'm not sure. I have to go there. I don't know the exact URL.
I can't remember.
But thank you
But
all.
if you watch Hack 5, they did a whole show on it.
What are you, like, spokesperson now?
No, it just happens.
I know, it's just a good
Everything
show.
we're talking about.
Just kidding.
And
Yeah.
it's from like 8 months ago, too. It's not recent.
Awesome. Thank you, guys, and thank you for the voicemail, John. I think there's another one from John. I think he didn't know if his first one got recorded. Let me just play this.
Hey, this is John in Miami again. I got cut off by Google Voice. I hope I can get through this time. I was wondering if you have a Android device, a Droid particularly, because I'm probably going to hang out. We're going to get hung.
Yeah, I think we actually got you, John. Let me go to the end to make sure.
Can you work with it to you this time?
Yeah, talk faster, John.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, John. I don't think it cut you off. I think it got you the first time because you asked the same thing. So
Yep.
you're good to go, man. Thank you very much, John. If anybody else wants to send us a voicemail, call us at 7076-PODNUT. If you want to send us an email, send it at mail@podnutz.com. We are open and willing to listen to you and help you with your answers, and we'll play it on the show. All right, Dora, where can any last comments before we end off? Where can people find you?
I just got to say, if you want to support Podnutz, there's a billion ways to do it. LaptopRepairVideos.com, TechSiteBuilder.com, Podnutz.com/OSkater, Podnutz.com/Amazon, Podnutz.com/eBay, Podnutz.com/Newegg, Podnutz.com/BetterTech.
Damn.
Take your pick.
Gotta love Dora. Thank you very much for that, man. Thank
When
you.
I don't have nicotine, I can focus really good.
Well, we rehearsed that whole thing before the show. I'm just kidding.
Right.
Dora just pulled that out of memory. That was awesome. Thanks, Dora. Tim, how about you? Where can people find you if they want to contact?
Hey, Tim'sComputerFix.com, and I'm also in the Podnutz forums and on Twitter, Timster_.
Awesome. And Tim, why don't you give a little shout out about what you're doing to? I said shout out. I hate when I do that. Give a little shout out to what you're doing. What you're doing here with your computer repair business, your live stream, if you want.
Oh, well, I'm just kind of messing around there in TeamSpeak. I go live every day just to have my, just so people can check out what I'm doing on my live feed. And actually, the Ustream channel that I have is called A-test-with-Tim. I need to change that. But that's my Ustream channel because it actually was a test at first. Right. I was just kind of goofing off.
Right.
But I leave it on, and there's links in TeamSpeak that for everybody actually who wants to access any of the other techs computer repair shops live. And then I think Steve, you also have a live repair shop feed on your.
It's pretty awesome.
site.
When I got wind of what you guys were doing, we kind of threw everything into one page. They're streaming live from the repair shops when they do repairs. It's pretty cool. And it's the link that I created is podnutz.com/live repair shops. It's got Timster's feed and about 7 other ones there too. So if anybody's live streaming from their shop, you can just check them out, and that'll take you to all their separate pages. So you don't have to memorize like anybody's Ustream feed. Or if you go into the TeamSpeak room, it's all listed in there too. But that's cool stuff. So I wanted to mention that.
That is cool.
Yeah, I love it.
All right. The TeamSpeak. You ready for this? podnutz.instantts.net, port 4201.
Yes. Check it out. Thank you, Tim. All right, Liam. How about you?
We're gonna skip my hardware review, are we?
Oh man, totally forgot. No, go ahead. Give us your hardware review. My bad.
This guy right here, it's called the iGo Charge Anywhere.
Okay.
It's a wall wart.
Yes.
You plug it in. On the bottom, you have 2 standard USB connections.
Yes.
So you can take and plug anything into it that you want to charge over USB. I got stuck in airport hell on my trip back. My battery was low, and I lost my charger somewhere along the line. So in the airport, I decided to pick one of these up. So you plug it in, it charges itself up. You push this little button here.
Okay.
And I've killed it. It's completely dead.
What is it? Has a battery.
Light comes on, but it's got a battery built in that charges up. I actually had it set here charging my phone this whole time.
Here's my question: Does it actually charge? Because everything
yes,
USB I've
charges.
done,
It doesn't maintain. It charges.
How does it give it a full charge?
Yeah. This thing was great. So I in between flights, this was plugged into a wall wart when you can find one.
Let me guess the price. $79.
No, it's like $39.
Oh, good. Because I know iGos are expensive and other for laptops repair.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
But the cool thing is, so you pull up to an outlet, it's already taken somebody's charging their iPhone. Hey, do you mind if I plug this in? You can plug your iPhone in right here, and I can plug my phone in as well.
And what did the Mac snobs say to you?
I actually had a guy pull up. He pulled out his iPad and his iPhone, and he said, "Oh man, they're all taken." I said, "Here, you can plug in here, and then you've got the top one for your iPad." Oh, that is so cool. So we got talking. He's going on some crazy bike race, and he needs extended battery time. So he got on his iPad and started ordering one of these while we were sitting there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's freaking cool. Nice one, man. Good review.
But love the thing.
Sweet. All right, Liam, where can people find you?
People can find me at liamtech.com, liamtek.com. You can mail me at liam@liamtech. You can follow me at liamtech on Twitter. That's about it. One more thing. Do you have a donation link? So like podnutz.com/PayPal or /donate?
I don't have a direct donation link, but you can just go to podnutz.com. On the left-hand sidebar, there is donation links there.
And then I was in airport hell on the 300, so I just want to wish you a happy 300.
Thanks, man.
And I was without a phone, or I would have called.
Dude, don't worry about it. I was overwhelmed with the support, and I'm sure anybody who didn't.
Say the biggest thing I've gotten out of all this, all the technology I could have gotten elsewhere, the how-tos. I could have invested the time and found that information. What I've really gotten out of this is since that first show I did way back in the summer with you, I was super nervous. I don't like being in front of people. I hate talking in front of people, presentations, all that crap. This has helped me get over that. It's helped me with my customer skills. Much better at just BSing and just blabbering on like the customers want you to be a normal person and chit chat and everything. And I can't thank you enough for that.
Dude, that's so awesome. You're welcome, and thank you back, man. I love having you on the show. All the stuff that you bring, this goes both ways, man. So it's amazing what people get out of Podnutz that you wouldn't think you would get, right? Thanks, Liam, man. I like that.
I got Timster.
You what?
Huh?
I got Timster.
You got
That like
you
a
got
new
to
STD here.
you got to enjoy Timster.
I got to meet Timster. That's all I need.
That is cool.
I have door-to-door geek.
I feel sorry for you.
Get a chat room. All right, that's going to be it for Android App Addicts for this week. See you guys next time.